I guess we're gonna have to dig deep today because I think the real thing that I'm really pondering on this episode is basically I'm getting my thoughts together because I know some shit that I'm gonna say in this episode. People gonna be like, "Damn, that's crazy. You feel that way," and I think that's really what it comes down to. On Mama's House, the Penthouse, we try to be very balanced, but I think when somebody asks us directly, "What's our opinion on something?"
You gonna get it.
I got to go deep on it.
Yeah.
And I think this talks to a bigger issue, right?
Yeah.
Of expecting something, like you're expecting something. It's like I go to people all the time, and somebody comes to me, and I remember seeing these posts all over everywhere. And it was like, you should just post your friend's business, or you should do all this. And I'll be honest with you, my philosophy's never been that. I've never been a person asking anybody to post. I mean, when I first met you, I never was like, "Hey, D, you got all them followers. You need to post your boy," right? And I believe the reason I was never like that because my whole idea was I want to inspire people to do stuff. I understand when somebody's really good at something, I think they deserve the support. But I feel like we only cripple ourselves when we give support when it's not warranted.
Exactly. That's where it becomes this thing where it's like you fucking it all up. Like you doing like it's like my guy. He was I talked about it in the video. He was selling free parking. He was outside selling parking that was free. You know what I'm saying? It's like and then he asked me, he was like, "Yo, you don't want to support the black business?" I'm like, "Support what? You're not selling anything of value. I would be crippling this whole situation if I was to support something that isn't together fully." You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think the world needs is more people that's like, "Nah, I'm not actually going to support that because you need to fix this, and this. And then once you fix that, I have absolutely no problem. You can even upcharge me.
Yeah.
I won't even have a problem with it."
And I think that's the biggest thing. When it's a conversation between us, we got to be real with each other. We got to be real with each other.
Yes.
And the whole thing is nobody's going to raise our standard for us. It's going to be us. Because I understand the history of why this is even a thing. And a lot of people are mentally in that space where they're like, "Oh, I'm not supporting black business," just for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Self-hate, I don't know what it is. There'd be 1,000 reasons there. I love it. Every time we pull up to a business and they say, "Man, I remember we were on Mama's House, the Penthouse."
Yep.
And one of our interns was saying that when they chose the intern for us on Mama's House, the Penthouse, they were thinking like, "Yeah, this shit probably going to be trash because it's black people." And they thought it was going to be very unorganized. But they were like, "Man, the way y'all put it together, man, I really enjoyed this."
Mm-hmm.
And to me, those are the interactions I look for because I never thought about it as black business. I thought about it as good business that just happens to be owned by a black person.
Yes.
And the same thing with the quality and everything we put out. I'm not going to put out shitty quality and just expect you because I'm black to say, "Hey, come here. Support this shit.
Support this because we're black." No, we're gonna put in the work. Yeah. I think that's fair though.
Yeah.
That's not fair.
That seems fair to me.
You know what I'm saying? Like, is that not fair? Or is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's the deal with that?
And then I think we have to do a concerted effort to get an understanding of if there are essential businesses that black people own.
Yes.
Like, where can we go to find those? And I'm saying essential businesses because that's really the difficulty. Somebody's like, "I'm going to support black business." Well, I think they might have it.
They have
but I think, I don't want to say it's not this stuff. So if any of this stuff exists, you can feel free to send it to me. I'm down, right? But I think the biggest thing I'm saying is we were talking about this the other day. It's like, okay, you're saying support black business. But the whole pipeline of stuff that you need in a week, how could you do that? So, for example, eventually you're going to need groceries.
Yeah.
Where are you going to go? You have to take your ass to, what, Kroger, Walmart, one of these places.
Whole Foods.
One of these places, right, which is not black owned.
Yeah.
It's a lot of other essential stuff you're going to need. Now, I just found out the other day that there's a black guy. He has a trucking company. And I wish I could find it. But he actually supplies gas. Or he might even own the gas company. Like gasoline.
Yeah.
So that's something. But none of it's around here. So when you got to drive around, you got to go to Valero. You got to go to these places.
Yeah.
So the thing is, I think, too, we have to make an effort to get into a lot of these industries that typically are not in there. Our boy Lenny, his dad owns a transportation company.
Yes.
Transport cars. When you see the 8-10 cars on top of a truck, he does that. So we're familiar with that industry simply because we understand that that's an industry that he said there's not a lot of black people in. And I think he would go to shows and he would be the only black person in there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a huge thing. We have to start getting into those industries, but we can't sit here and act like that's a thing that can be done unless everybody holds themselves to a certain standard.
Yeah.
When you go, you don't want your shit to drop off. When you go to a black masseuse, you want it to be just as good as the masseuse you would go to over there.
Yeah.
I think one of the biggest reasons is the customer experience.
I came up from nothing, started from the bottom. I see it with a clear eye. so I hustle.
Mama's house, 2 penthouse, yeah.